Hi students, the previous class we have already learned electricity and the heating effect of electricity, and we have also learned that an electric current can produce a magnetic effect. Okay, so this magnetic effect of an electricity is carried out through a small experiment. When a long conductor, usually a copper wire, and is connected or is placed vertically on the plane of a paper. Now these two ends, A and B of the conductor, is then connected to a battery through a key and also connected to a resistor and a compass needle is placed nearby this conductor. And usually the flow of electric current that takes place from the positive terminal to the negative terminal. So this is the direction of electric current. And when the circuit is open, so what happens? The electric current will flow through the circuit. And when the electric current passes through the conductor, and we observe a deflection in the magnetic field, or a compass placed on the paper. So we know that a magnetic compass is a bar magnet itself. A magnetic compass is brought nearby a bar magnet. It always produces a deflection on the needle, and this deflection is always in the north-south direction. So the same happens when the electric current flows through the electric conductor. Then this magnetic needle or the compass placed nearby this conductor produce a deflection. So that means, and this a magnetic effect is produced by a current carrying conductor. And this was accidentally discovered by a scientist named Hans Christian Ørsted. And this discovery of this magnetic effect of electric current then led to the technologies of radio, TV signals, and a lot of technologies in the future. And therefore, the unit of this magnetic field then is named after the scientist Ørsted. It is possible to produce a magnetic field when an electric current passes through it. Can it be reversed? And in this chapter, mainly we are going to describe or discuss the magnetic effect of the electric current, at the same time the reverse case. So you have already learned the lower classes that what is a magnet and what is its properties, how does a magnetic field is produced, how does magnetic field lines produced, and all. So a magnet field, generally we know that it has a two poles in it, okay? A bar magnet, north pole, south pole, and a magnet always produces a magnetic field around it, and these magnetic fields are produced by the magnetic field lines, okay? So, and this can also be demonstrated by a small experiment that place a magnet on a paper, okay, south, north. Now sprinkle the iron fillings, okay, around this bar magnet, okay, powder of iron, fillings. Then as soon as these iron fillings are spread or sprinkled around the magnetic field, then suddenly what happens? These iron fillings then they arrange themselves into lines around the magnet, okay, and they may be produced like this. Why? Because these iron fittings are attracted by the poles of the magnet, and these poles of the magnet, and they arrange themselves due to the or under the influence of the magnetic field produced by the magnet, okay. So that means a magnetic field is produced around a magnet, and they are produced by producing the field lines, and the direction of this magnetic field is always from emerging out of this magnet, okay. So from north pole to south pole, okay. In the south pole the magnetic field lines are going inside, okay, and this is the direction of the magnetic field lines. So again like this, then again coming in, going out and coming in, and this is the normally a direction of magnetic field line produced by a bar magnet. And the strength of the magnetic field is depends upon the crowdness of the magnetic field lines produced by the magnet. If the magnetic field lines are more crowded, then the strength of the magnet is more, okay. And this is how we measure the strength of the magnetic field produced by a magnet. So these two poles of the magnet, so we already know that the properties of the bar magnet, okay, and this bar magnet, they have two poles, and already we know that two like poles they repel each other, and unlike poles they attract each other, okay, and we cannot isolate these two poles of this magnet. If we bring a compass, magnetic compass nearby this magnet, and it always produces, or the needle of the magnetic compass always produces towards a north and south direction, and the needle that point towards the north is called north seeking pole or north pole, and the needle that points towards the south pole is called as south seeking or south pole of the bar magnet. And we cannot isolate these two poles. If we break the magnet, again the two pieces will produce two individual magnets having two poles, north and south poles. Or if we break this half, then this north pole and south pole we cannot separate. It always forms another magnet which has the same two poles. Then these are the properties of magnets we have already learned. And then the magnetic field produced by as we said already, a current carrying conductor can produce the same effect as we have seen in the case of a bar magnet. If a compass needle is brought nearby this current carrying conductor, then it also produces a deflection, and that deflection indicates that a magnetic field is produced around this conductor, and then this is called magnetic effect of a current carrying conductor. Here we have seen that this current is flowing from the positive terminal to the negative terminal. So the current is flowing in this direction. So what happens then? When the current is coming to the point A, and as it passes to the point B, what happens? The needle produces a deflection towards this direction. So that means this will be the north direction and this will be the south direction, okay, towards this side, from the east to the north, okay, to the north. The needle deflects towards this direction, okay. So it will take a north-south pole direction. And what happens if you reverse the direction of the current? Assume that the current is reversed. Okay, now what is the direction of current? Electric current flowing through the circuit, and this is the direction of the electric current flowing through the circuit. And what will happen? Does it produce the same deflection towards the same direction or not? So if it is so, then how it will be? And the needle will deflect in the opposite direction. North, south direction. So in these two cases, when the direction of the electric current is reversed, then the magnetic field, the magnetic compass produced a deflection in the opposite direction. So that means if the direction of the electric current is reversed, then the deflection produced by the magnetic field also reversed. So that means a current carrying conductor can produce a magnetic field, and by changing the direction of flow of electric current, and we can change the direction of the magnetic field too. So this is the magnetic field produced by a current carrying straight conductor. And this, in order to find out the magnetic field lines produced by this current carrying conductor or a straight conductor, demonstrate the same experiment. If we sprinkle the iron fillings on this paper, so what will happen? These iron fillings will produce a concentric circles around the conductor in the paper. Okay, and this will be the magnetic field lines produced by the current carrying conductor, okay, or the magnet. Then these concentric circles, and when we examine these concentric circles, we can see that they are one circle, okay, one inside another, one inside another, another inside, and so on. These two circles never intersect each other. And if it is so, that means if any these circles, these magnetic field lines, that is the properties of one of the property of magnetic field lines. If these magnetic field lines are intersecting each other, that means what? This direction of the magnet will be in two directions. Okay, so that cannot be happened. Okay, so these magnetic field, two magnetic field lines, they never intersect each other. To find out the direction of a magnetic field produced by a current carrying conductor, there is a conventional way to find out the direction of the magnetic field and of a current carrying conductor, and that rule is known as right hand thumb rule. Suppose this is a current carrying conductor. If we hold this current carrying conductor in such a way that our four fingers are produces, or four fingers turn around the conductor, and the thumb is in the upward direction or downward direction, okay, either this way or this way, and this, the direction of the thumb produces the direction of current, and these fingers which are circled around this conductor produces the direction of the magnetic field lines. Okay, so the direction of the thumb produces the, or this way, the direction of the thumb produces the direction of the electric current, and the fingers circles around the conductor gives the direction of magnetic field line. This rule is known as right hand thumb rule.